wonder if they fixed still some legacy touch set. Yeah, I mean, that versus that. Kind of a no-brainer really as to which nicer. As once it's all finished, and so stay there and you can't do anything. It's so much nicer once everything's finished. Broken. The last build, my Up to Wake was built broken, and it's still broken. Sure if that's my device. Rolling in weird. Well, let me. What I'll do it. Change my settings, and I'll tick it off. Where's the show mode titles gone? That's a start, isn't it? Personalization. It's hard to scroll. There's not a huge amount of scroll. It's gonna be quicker thing. So always loading. Okay, in apps. Okay, let me try to store that. Might be even better. Else or something. There's another Microsoft, but basic apps. I think that's my connection mode. Starts to freak out. Okay. This is a Microsoft app, so far it's been okay. What else do we have that we could try that on? I suppose we could try it on Edge. um, just give me big news, right? I honestly never use big news, but I see what you mean. Let me try following a couple of links. And so far it's okay, but this is, I mean, I suppose we're all completely fresh, right? We've had to go back to 8.1. It's not even like, you couldn't even say, because you haven't started fresh. Might just be really unlucky there. It's the 930 one. Only with knives. Specs. I know when I've got a 620 here somewhere, which I had to roll back to 8.1. 620 was really struggling. I mean, we're talking like 4 builds ago here. It was the 620 couldn't do anything, but that's the 620. I mean, it's not the same. I mean, that's like a generation before the 635. Might be really unlucky. Maybe. It's a bit of a shame. Or maybe it'll settle down after over like a day, because I mean, this phone here right now feels like it's burning my hand a little bit. That might just because it's connected to share my screen, which murdering battery. I started this on like 80%. But sometimes the builds, I don't know if you found this, but it's a bit crazy. And we could try, the ultimate test is Windows Mobile Power User, because that always goes crazy. Or the Verge, in fact. Oh yeah, 950 looks epic. Really gonna have to struggle not to upgrade to that. I can't really afford to, but looks so good. Oh, that was interesting. Now that scroll back to the top there, well, that just could just be because it's Windows Mobile Power User. As much as I read it a lot, just to get the news stuff, it just really doesn't work very well on Windows Phone somehow. By the Verge is always terrible. This like if people have used the 950 and 950 XL are always saying it's incredibly fast. The shops at least. Websites. Yeah, let's try Windows Central. You'd think it would be optimized to run on Edge. I don't know if that's my connection, which I wouldn't have thought so. But this, those what? Oh, ads. Oh, they're so small. It works okay. So many ads. Seriously. Guessing website's infuriatingly slow on yours as well. Smooth is it? The thing is, I guess we weren't seeing that on the other websites. Oh, that's a funky bug at the moment. Text goes white. That works. That runs better. I don't know if you're on earlier, but one of the other bugs I've noticed, use reachability. You click up here and nothing happens at all. But if you bring the notification center down and then do it, it works fine. If you hold down the start button again, it goes back. I mean, take from that what you want, what you will. In the blank space, sorry? Oh, I see. In the reachability bit. Yeah, or yeah, maybe even just your background or something. Anything, I guess. Like when you go, oh God, come on. When you go like that, maybe the background's like darken or something. Probably put that as a suggestion. Oh, right. Oh God. Oh, it's actually in the dictionary. Brilliant. That usually search. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Someone's apparently they've already read that. Probably do something about it. You can't hurt to spend the time for that sort of thing. It's running quite snappily at least with all this going on. What's that? 9 star menus. So I guess 8 apps. See that going in the background. When I first launched the store update, it was trying to update IE, the old Windows Phone 8.1 app. So I'm probably gonna have to hard reset anyway to restore backup and then get rid of that. I had to do a hard reset to get rid of Lumia Selfie or whatever they're calling it these days. This could be smoother. 18 downloads. Nokia account, bloody. Guess they'll be getting rid of that soon. Oh, it's got rid of IE at least, which is good. Finally. Can't see Nokia account. I don't know if I literally didn't install anything. Has your well, I guess if you've had to restore to Windows 8.1, maybe this time around, maybe you won't get so many. But if you restore from backup, then it's going to try installing all sorts of stuff, isn't it? Oh, I guess it stores. Oh. The messaging tile's got its little icon again. See if it can last a minute without crashing. Oh look, oh, loads of stuff now. Oh, it's installed Skype. Okay, fair enough. There's definitely a few things about the apps that are broken. I don't know if they've fixed it yet, but you could go through your library and you could get apps which are completely removed from the store for a while. Give this a minute and see if it actually manages to pull the apps through. Probably going to be some horrendous apps in this. But like for, like Swap Chat and stuff like that, you could download for a while, which was removed years ago. As well, wait for that to load. That wooden back. It's still loading the apps. Fingerprint sensor. Ah, there we go. Finally. Oh wow, this is. There you go. Swap Chat. Like, seriously, can I actually press this button here? Yes. The answer. Not gonna work, you know. I mean, that's pretty bad. Sorry about the J Primo. Not really seen much about it. Kind of trying to avoid all devices until early next year. I'm kind of holding out for the Surface phone if there is one. But then I kind of don't want to wait until April, May next year when I could have been using a 950 or 950 XL all that time. Think, I mean, the phone feels like it's crashed. The lock and the start button actually still connected. It'll do that. Else is broken. Like, actually, seriously, this crashed. I guess you've got the problem of, was it Satya Nadella, however you say his name? Yeah, sure, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna soft reset. Just crashed trying to install an old app. A bit long to start up again. The reason I want a Surface Phone, it just, well, if Microsoft can do it right, it would be nice to have a continuing device that can actually run, say, 6 apps. So say if you had something that you could just download anything, say if you run a Linux machine, you could have PuTTY used to connect into it, or if you play games, sometimes you need little apps to help you build, optimize builds in games like Eve or Warframe. And as Richard says there, all those reasons would be good. As of screen would be absolutely incredible. There we go. That was quite a quick reset, really. I mean, okay, it tells me every time I reset now that updates were installed. But, whatever. Okay. People app. I mean, you can see there, it doesn't look like it's changed a huge amount. Still got the same size circles. It's not got the circles that were leaked. I can't remember which site it was. Also, attachable keyboard would be outrageous, pretty much. It would be, yeah. I can just imagine having it on my desk at work with a little kickstand out on like WhatsApp or whatever I'm using. Typing away with easier than using a screen. But if you get an 8, oh, that's interesting. So that the jump list looks a bit. I've got the screen. I'll explain. I've got the. Go into settings here. Oh, play. Got the scaling set in the middle there, which gives you an extra notification action thing up here at the top and an extra tile on the start screen. It also makes all the text smaller. But I guess the problem with that is, I mean, that jump list looks a bit funny on the phone. It kind of feels like it should fill a bit more space, but I mean, let's just choose something random here, like so much random stuff here. It's not funny. Car insurance company. I mean, that's a really basic one, but let me find you a better example. So if I was to try to find something that doesn't have personal information of someone's that I really wanna. I mean, here's like Facebook. Facebook, you can send a text message to Facebook. I guess that's got the numbers in. Had a photo was like that. Yeah. In it then. Then on start, you should be able to see. Yeah, that would be the contact you have for Facebook, I guess. And it's quite clever, I suppose, in that it uses the whole picture that I chose for the face there. looks like they've added a few more animations and stuff. I mean, I've not really tried pinning contacts for quite a while to start screen, but that looks a lot nicer than it could have done. So required for updates. Thing. All right, nothing special, just a. Here's Microsoft. Any other requests? Um, haven't got any Android apps installed. Kind of leaving them for the time being. The last couple I had were a bit buggy to remove. Probably. I'm not really that bothered whether it's a square or a circle, to be honest. Personally, it doesn't really make a difference to me. Just as long as it works, it doesn't crash, and I can actually get to call people, do whatever. It's a circle, square. I don't know. People say it, but it's iconic of Windows Phone. Yeah, it's supposed to kind of look like that. Have a? Oh, they don't have a GIF here. The thing is, if your contacts have got Facebook pictures, if you happen to use Facebook, which I literally only really use it nowadays for that, I guess, and a couple of contact details to get on there, then it will pull down the Facebook pictures. You'll get that. One of those things where people saw the 950 and 950 XL and kind of went crazy over the design, saying it was going to be terrible. In the end, people have actually tried it, and they actually quite like it. It would be nice to be able to sync in PC. Does Central have a better one? Oh, come on. Oh wow, there's not really many tags for People Hub. Oh, I saw dates are all over the place. Thankfully, this doesn't seem a lot more stable than back in the old days. First few Insider preview. Bit rough. This is a lot better. It'll be good when everything works. Say you've got the, when I've got it over here, open over here. I've got the, you got the Read It app for Windows. Pretty cool, but it's not the same app, so it's kind of a bit bad in that features don't tie up. Also, it seems to have kind of a bit buggy. Once that app becomes same as one of those ones on Windows Phone, that'd be great because you could then you could read Reddit all day at work on your Read It app, then you come home and everything you already read and so on and so forth. That's a bit of a bug. There we go. Yeah, the desktop. I've installed it and never really used it. Kind of. Oh wow, it's crashing my machine. That's really bad. I wonder what was crashing it before. I opened an app up and everything was freezing constantly. In fact, it's probably screwing up the video right now. I managed to close that there before it ruined my computer. But yeah, the Read It app on desktop just absolutely screws up my which is pretty disappointing. If they managed to get it as good as the Windows Phone version, then nice. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, you don't really get much with the Windows Phone one. Fairly basic. But a lot of the other subreddits have got some really nice going on. I'm probably going to tie this up shortly because it's getting near close to midnight here in the UK. Any more sort of... Does anyone want to see anything in particular before I sort of disappear? As if we could actually play the default. Where they can't actually preview that sound. Yeah, no worries. I mean, if this sort of thing is people sort of vaguely interested in sort of thing, I always update whenever it comes out. I mean, if the device gets bricked, it's only an excuse to buy a new phone, right? I mean, might have to sell a kidney to get one, but the only way I can usually get a new phone because the missus goes mental if my phone isn't broken and I get a new one. If this is sort of useful, I'm happy to, you know, I say take a bullet. It's not really taking a bullet at this stage. It's fairly safe upgrading these days. Okay. Facebook. Fire photos. Fortunately for you, this is a completely new, unbacked up phone with nothing dubious on it. Let's try the camera thing one more time. Let's see if we can get the rich images working. Over here, actually. Once again. The perils of a smaller interface mean the buttons are a bit closer together. Now, of course, actually friggin' open the damn thing. That seems to be a bit of a problem in this build. Camera. Whichever camera this is, I think it's the Microsoft camera. I think I'm turn it off and on again. You can actually view pictures. I mean, whatever you do, just try and get hold of Lumia camera. That's all I'd say, because this not the base camera that you get with it, buggy as hell. But yeah, I mean, oh, god damn. Yeah, that's not even open. Oh, there we go. Can we even choose the lighting? No, we can't choose the lighting. That's a bug. Detail's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I'm off. Anyway, enjoy playing with the new build.